Hi everyone, it's Adam with Milo's Restoration. And today I've got a video on a client project that I did. Someone contacted me with this table and they sent me some pictures of it and basically told me that it had been damaged in a flood of 2016 in Baton Rouge and that they wanted to get it restored because it was their first table, it was an antique, and it meant a lot to them. If I had to guess, I'd say that this table probably came from Germany or France, maybe a European country. Um, I'd say probably maybe late 1800s, 1900s, farmhouse style. It probably would have been a just a common household table for an average person, if I had to guess. So I'm going to make some notes here to help me remember where each of these table legs go. These mortises were cut by hand, so they could vary a little bit. And to make sure this table mechanically functions as it should, it's good to just put everything back as it was. So I'm using hide glue. I just use the kind in the bottle that you don't have to heat up or anything like that, just a little bit easier for me. So on this split piece, definitely going to use regular tight bond. Just not going to take my chances with hide glue here. So I wanted that mortise in there, I mean the tenon, before the glue dried on that other piece because I didn't want to risk not being able to get that last tenon in there. So I checked the table with the leaves in, and it's about a 16th too big on each side after re-gluing everything, so I'm going to have to trim it a little bit. It's basically nothing, and really you won't even be able to see it. So I'm just sanding the top down here. I started with 120, worked to 180, and I think I eventually hand sanded with 222. So if you're using a water-based finish or stain, you need to raise the grain to prevent grain raising during finishing. And if you get grain raising during your finishing, it's already too late, generally speaking. So it's a good idea to preemptively do it. So I didn't realize this earlier, but there was a lot of mold on it. So I rubbed it down with 2 coats of bleach and let it dry. So this was it the next day after the bleach, and it looked pretty good. But the problem is that the color was just way too inconsistent. There was a lot of streaking in it, so I had to sand all of that out. We were going for like a little bit of an antique distressed look, but this was just a little bit too much. So this is Evo by Gemini. It's their top coat and sealer system. I'm just spraying the sealer, and I'm using a 1.5 needle nozzle air cap set on a Fuji HVLP sprayer. I'm actually using a cap spray turbine though. So I just sand in between the sealer and the top coat with like a very fine pad surf prep, usually just by hand. So this is the top coat, same setup as before, just using the Evo top coat and satin. Okay, so because of that little mold issue, even though I wiped it down with bleach and let it dry, I still think it needs time to dry out, so I'm just going to rub a little bit of Golden Oak Restorer finish on the base, and that's going to be it for now, for the base. There is a very noticeable stain on this panel even after I finished it. I think it was from some CA glue that smeared, so I went ahead and resprayed it. Just getting everything back together here. And here's the finished table. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this.